Ready? So, Eric did an email. Is that what it says?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, good. I was thinking of this. Thank you.
All right, so let's get started. So what's Monday's class? Activation retention. And growth hacking. So did you guys think about a growth hack for your project? Did you talk to the group? Did you talk to people in your group? So group one, what was like the growth hack that rose from the top in your group that you guys decided was a good one? What was group one's? What was group one? Which one's company? Who was group one? Well, yeah. Sorry. Who knows what the numbers are? So Slack's group.
We were going to send them a weekly email with tips for offsprings.
For offsprings? That's your growth hack? Well, I'm going to challenge that. That's the so you and I just talked about growth hack. Why is that kind of growth hack?
Because it doesn't encourage them. It's one-to-one to join.
Right. Is there any other things discussed?
No.
No. Okay. We'll come back to the Slack group.
The
Slack group Slack on growth hack. Look at that. I'm rhyming. All right. How about
1/3 of our team is gone.
That's okay. All right. I'm going to just fun. That's all right. Kitchen group. What's the growth hacks?
We had like a ton of little ideas.
Don't show off. Just
It was just like an ongoing discussion. Like it was just kept on going. But
okay.
So we all took 2 days off of work.
Just to talk about hacks. Hacking.
One idea was to team up with like celebrity chefs to do like cross promotion between like restaurants and kitchen and home stuff with some of those celebrity chefs.
Yep. And why is that a growth hack? Amy, do you want to talk? Do you know why that's how?
Say that again.
So they were going to team up with celebrity chefs to do some like cross promoting. Why would that be considered a growth hack?
Oh, because it's a known person, an influential person.
And you're tapping into their database of people, so then more than a one-to-one action, right?
Right. So they're going to list on their page.
Cool. You got it. All right.
Like one of the ideas also was to like offer some sort of incentive for people who went to somebody else's kitchen to host their own kitchen within a certain amount of time. And then we had one of teaming up with paint night where like you can have a paint night in your house, but also have a kitchen chef.
Paint night. That's
paint night is like you can go to a restaurant and they'll teach you how to paint something while you're eating. So like doing that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Two activities I would have never thought about doing together.
I don't know. What was the last one?
Integrated with paper, what's it called? Because they have a huge database and just cross promoting each other and like kind of table
All right, awesome. Those are hacks. What about the wish group? That's huge.
We had a couple actually, and then we had some in our presentation. Remember, we put the affiliate marketing into affiliate, to get known bloggers in. Okay. So that was one of the things, influencers to do it.
Yeah.
We also had a giveaway thing that Anna mentioned, doing like a gift card giveaway using like Pinterest, where you have to post to Pinterest and share and stuff like that.
Or any social site that you hashtag it, that's how you enter the contest, and then it's we've incentivized sharing across their own networks.
So getting that reach on the incentive.
Right, and then doing the same thing over their Facebook channel, because they were really influential Facebook channel, doing it with hashtagging, but also like upload a video. So we don't have to create the video, but they can win.
So user generated content that they're incentivized to share as well. And you give people vote on it, or?
Yeah, put people voted, and we would figure out which ones were like the best, and then they could get the wish list of the choice. Like we would pay for, we would pay for the wish
Maybe
list.
even encourage them to solicit their own votes. So then that's even a little extra. It's like, whoever gets the most votes will be the top 10 that get the most votes are the ones that we consider.
Yeah,
It's a
people
little
were
extra.
like most likes or something on.
Yeah. Those are good. What group am I missing? What's the left? So we have kitchen.
Oh.
What's the last company? Spray ground. What's impacts for spray ground?
We had 2 ideas. So we had a couple. Since we're producing a lot of video content, social media posts, one do a tweet link for video content. And so it's like, put the tweet at us and we get entered into a draw into $100 or $50 and sort of have that contest around on a monthly basis. And then another one was to have like a sort of web game launch. Maybe like season or whatever, to launch a game that allows you to play with discounts and then to play again and get more of your discount friends and on, whatever. You have your $15 versus they get emails so that they can play again.
Yep. And this is one Spray Ground actually launched an app. I think I shared this with you guys when you had your presentation, that their whole thing was very Instagram focused, like going after influencers on Instagram and going, here's our backpack, taking a couple pictures. So they like launched that company on that. Yeah. So when you guys were talking about getting back to that, like having celebrities do that, that was really cool. That's what they did to start. All right, so you get the concept of growth hacking. And did you start thinking about it in terms of your projects? Any questions come up that you guys want to talk about before we get into budgeting?
It seems like with the growth hacking, it's really easy to get into. So I thought about this for my client and then also preparing for another project.
Yeah.
It's really easy to get into the territory of like you're almost working with your competition at some point, a little bit, or you're splitting focus on what you're trying to do. But you could get into that territory.
How so?
So we were talking with Kitchen about like planning with Debbie.
I guess you were talking about, I feel like I'm so tired to have this nonsense.
Also, here is it's good, it's smart.
But she was talking about, okay, let's compare with a celebrity chef who's opening a restaurant. And I said, well, I don't know if that would really work because you're offering the same service. Like would they promote kitchen where you're having a home party when they're trying to promote their own restaurant? So I think it has to be a complementary service.
It has to be mutually beneficial. I mean, a hack of it, it's a hack if it's mutually beneficial to both parties. And so a chef that's not connected to a restaurant would probably be a better bet, and maybe like Kitchen's model of like having like a cool celebrity chef, but only for a short period of time because they can't retain him over full time. So they're like seasonal celebrity chefs, and then there's the regular ones, stuff like that. But what about like dishware and things? Like what about like the most beautiful like crystal glass setting, or great bottle of champagne or something? There's definitely ways to do it. So I wouldn't really say that. I mean, if it feels like that, then it's not a growth hack because there's no way that you would get that other party to like buy into it.
The nonprofit sector, like what we're looking at, there's a lot of what we're looking at is like building awareness with my clients and their lists. So like pairing with another organization that is working in the same area is just going to be beneficial. And then they're so worried about, well, if you know about another, good cause, maybe they'll all go to that one. I think the pie can get pretty big.
Yeah, and I think for nonprofit, you're really going after a corporate brand that needs, like, they want to put a little social goodness behind the brand backing, so you're not in this competing world. The only way why you guys were talking about this, what popped into my head is that recently who reached out to who in the fast food chain to create this mammoth
Burger King and McDonald's.
Okay, so it's this is a cool little story to follow. So I guess it was like World Peace Day, right? So the Burger King marketing executives are pretty brilliant in this concept where they're like, well, let's see who will participate to build this mammoth, everybody's fast food on this bun kind of thing to show that we're all getting locked.
Big Whopper.
And McDonald's was like, no, we can't do that. It just made them look really stupid, So there's an example of it's just marketing. I don't know if it was necessarily a growth hack because these are like giants and stuff, and they're not like, but it was a good sort of depositioning sort of move, like maybe banking on the fact that somebody wouldn't participate. It's like, come on guys, it's World, Peace Day. Like it was a very interesting little, It feels like a what move? Chess move. Oh, it's definitely. Yeah, it's definitely a chess move. But maybe I'm sure it made people really think like McDonald's is getting a lot of heat right now, for not being healthy and stuff. And they're trying everything, and we're not loving it, apparently. But I don't know. So yeah, I don't think it would just come down to like, is it mutually beneficial for everybody involved? If it's not, then it's not going to work. So I don't think you would really go to someone and say, we've got this great idea, but you're so close to us, and like that we're kind of competing and it could backfire. I don't think it wouldn't come together, Things are so incredibly difficult in one organization to get through all the bureaucracy of like approvals and things. Like the idea of something like this happening between two companies that are similar, like, somebody would like totally red flag that, So I don't see that really happening, that it's like competitive. Any other thoughts on that? Growth hacking or really, or the other big part of the lesson is just your stages of your marketing plan, really your activation to retention modeling. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? Or did that open up some thoughts on your yeah? Yeah. Want to share or?
Yeah, I think in terms of trying to figure out, being able to talk about like how do we take someone from like who doesn't know anything to being a fan, supporter, like a brand ambassador, and like someone who's so loyal or knowing how to talk to you and thinking through, there's steps along that way. It didn't seem possible. It's not like there's tactics in each spot.
Cool. That's a good way to like think about it too. It's like, it is kind of taking things like in little bite sizes and then moving them along. So it's good to like kind of stop and say, okay, here's the tactics that I'm going to align under, just getting people to hear about us. And here's the tactics that I'm going to align, like once they hit the site, like what are the things that I want them to do, and then here's what's going to happen when I want them to sell, after they buy something, and then afterwards. So
the life cycle of sale.
Right, yeah, and this is kind of, and this is good. This is why I do this budgeting one after this. This is kind of the goal of like creating a campaign. It's like you're closing the loop. Like you just start to get everything that you're doing is getting people through that cycle and segmenting them and tracking them as they move through that cycle. But like all activities sort of support, the next step, the next step, the next step. Any other thoughts before we move on? Higher. All right, so let's talk about budgeting planning. So what we're talking about tonight is, we're going to back up just a little bit, talk about a marketing plan, components of a marketing plan, be able to create a marketing budget with consideration to ROI expectations, understand your company's appetite for risk, and plan accordingly, and effectively allocate marketing budgets across a number of different marketing channels. So just almost a little bit of a review, but we're talking about when we're talking about budgets or marketing budgets, it's usually put into a document that is that has some of the things that we've already covered, like the brand and the goals and things. So what's in this document? This marketing plan. So pretty much everything. Anything that we have and information that we have about the business, we're using it to create a plan that we're going to implement, with a budget, with the hopes of it achieving something. If we don't, if we don't have any data about our own business, if we're in startup mode, this is where we look at industry data and start to benchmark. What should we be focusing on? What are we going to have to pay to participate in channels where our target demographic are? So there's always data, even if there's a startup mode. There's always something to look at. And if not data, there's always somebody that you're managing expectations to. So is it the CEO, or is it marketing director? Like somebody has something in mind that they're wanting to achieve with the budget. So sometimes we're just backing in from that. Like, what's the objective, or is it that we only have so much money and we just have to stretch it as much as we can? So what's in a marketing plan? So it's a little hard to read. So we're identifying who we are, what we offer, our brand identity. That sounds familiar. We're identifying strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. The target, obviously, you've got to talk about who we're marketing to, the required customer. What role do we play in the marketplace? So where's your target market and the offering intersecting? Like what's the sweet spot that you're really serving? And then creating a unique selling proposition that aligns with your intersection. Like again, that value proposition. What makes you unique? Like what's the thing that you're going to focus on when you begin to market? And then allowing for some refinement. How when you're going to review and measure and modify as more data comes into the plan. So the way it's usually organized, so those are the things that are in it. The way that it's organized is just, we state where the business is now, the goals, the strategic incentives, the strategies and tactics that are connected to that, and then the financial implications, like what do we expect to gain by these things that we're going to implement in the plan. So how does this break down? This stuff we know. So state of the business. You can't know where you're going if you don't know where you've been. The marketing plan must operate within the framework comprised of the following 4 elements: vision and brand, personality, recent performances, and definitely challenges. And then goals, we've covered this, like what makes good goals. They have to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and in most cases time specific. So a good goal would be increase sales 13% year over year, improve net promoter score by 20%. Bad, invest in quality, too big. Or reach $100 million in sales in 2030. It's way too far out there. This is kind of like, you need to have, how would you even approach that? It's the ability to sort of break things down and like see break things down, benchmark, stop and measure and go, okay, now how do we need to adjust to move forward? And then for strategic initiatives, so an objective is what you want to achieve. So these are like the objectives of the plan. A strategy is how we plan to achieve the objective. So strategic incentives should be clear, action-oriented. Consider starting them with an action verb, measurable, and support the objective. Then the tactics are all the activities used to achieve the strategy. So strategy is increase downloads among new users. Tactics offer limited time only 1 week free trial. Does that make sense? We're going to stop and break on this because it's so important. To be able to say, like, this is what we want to do, but here's and there could be several tactics listed under it that we're going to align to, we believe that increasing downloads among the users is like something that we really want to focus on. And this is the one or maybe many tactics that we're going to use to achieve that. And this little 1-page outline, so why I kind of like to stop and focus on this is like a really good way to focus your final project too, is just to be clear. You've got the goals. We've been asking you about what the goal is for your final project for a while now, but just to break it down by, okay, that's the goal. I've started to kind of learn all these different aspects in digital marketing. So what's the strategy behind that goal, and what are some of the tactics that are going to be connected to that strategy? This is a great 1-page summary and way to start a marketing plan. Not the budget yet, but just trying to get it all together, everything that you're going to do in that in your campaign. Does that make sense? Too little so goal: create new customer growth strategy, increase the quality and the quantity and the quality of qualified leads. So some of the tactics used. So We're gonna do some search engine marketing, so probably do some search ads. We're gonna work on optimizing the website and then really looking and paying attention to analytics to make sure that that we are converting we are converting qualified leads, that we're resonating with the right people. Goal, improve close rates of qualified prospects. The strategy, frequent and targeted communications. So tactics, email marketing, social media, rather than website management. I'd like to see retargeting up here. Not quite sure what this slide is implying by website management, other than just like being really sure that you know what's going on with this. I'd say that's kind of analytics. Established company is the industry expert, so improve company's online branding, image, and public capabilities. So social media marketing, online image branding, so doing maybe a rebranding, content, obviously a lot of content marketing, like a lot of topical things to establish this company as an expert, and then also paying attention to like what types of content are working on the site. So again, paying attention to analytics. So, and then lastly, in terms of like organizing the plan, then as you put all the strategies and your goals, strategies, and tactics connected to the plan, then obviously there's some outcome of revenue that we want, that we expect to happen based on these things that we're going to do. So we will project that in there with an understanding that because it's digital, and because we have the ability to check and kind of turn things off and on in terms of ads, that there's probably some built-in, like, hey, we're stopping here and we might adjust. We might change up. This is the overall spend, but we're going to be kind of conservative until we really have a lot of data around it to know what's performing. So, and so I said loosely based, you do say, okay, this is what we expect to achieve, sales, and so forth, but, building in time to really adjust, is a big part of this. So this is just kind of a reminder that, outside of just coming up with a plan, the marketing manager is responsible for the budget, but managing the team and really like running these reports to make sure everything's like on track, and then being able to report on the ongoing changes that needed to happen to the strategy. I'm going to talk about like what things, it's way from the stack, but what things like to check on like a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, quarterly basis. Like, it's not about changing all the time. It's about really like mapping this out and knowing like, okay, here's a good time to check on this particular thing. And here's some of the things that we need to check on more frequently. So, with that being said, so I want to kind of stop this. Like, I want to maybe spend maybe just 10 minutes, so this doesn't end up being homework, where each of you, and you can do this with like a partner if you want to, but even just sit and just use this outline in connection to your final project and just jot some things down. And then what I'd like to do, so if we spend like 10 minutes on it, then Jacqueline and I will go around the room and just kind of look over and say, yeah, you're on the right track. But I like this framework for you in terms of your final project, that's just to get organized. So I kind of want to see where you are and thinking like, yes, this is my campaign. I knew what my goal was, but how do you organize it based on, okay, that's the goal. Here's some of the strategies that we're taking and the tactics to follow that strategy. So what time is it? Yeah, let's take like 10, maybe 15 minutes to do this. I'll give you we'll give you 10 minutes to do that, and then you and I will go around the room and see where you are after that. You already doing it, and some of us, like Tracy, are already doing it.
I was like, how would that fit in with what I'm doing? Because it makes more sense in terms of what I'm doing. Okay, good.
So you're ahead of me.
question. Analytics is a tactic.
Did you hear what I said about that? I didn't, I'm using another slide, so yeah, no, what I'd say for clarification would be that tactic would be to like stay up to date on your analytics, like really like use that information to like revise things, change things. You could say like, there's probably 10 better ways to say it than just that, because like, it could be A/B testing, like making sure that you're like looking at your analytics and then running into a great A/B test.
So A/B test is a tactical strategy. So that's a tactic too.
So it depends on the strategy. Tell me where you are.
Okay, so I know the objective is, I kind of have some idea. Okay, just to increase, I want people to go to the YouTube channel.
Yep.
But I have no, like right now I have 200 views on it. And I have like 20 on it.
Okay.
Because I haven't really done much. And then I don't know who to subscribe. Right, so those are the two main.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if website uses a built-in setup. The website is just to drop traffic. So it's not really an element of the website, it's really just to drop traffic to the page.
So like I'm focused here again. Here. So you want to get people to view the videos, right? Okay. So strategy is like to share them on social.
Right, so I thought that was a tactic.
So the tactic would be more like, what do you see when you share with social? Are you sharing? Like think about it in terms of like tactics are sort of the details. So there's several tactics.
It's like
a drive strategy is like to get more views on social. But then tactic, how are you doing that?
I will be specific on the Facebook. Okay, because this is so general here. So, but I put frequent communication. Obviously, that's the strategy.
Okay, well, so that's the strategy. If that's the strategy, then you probably give us all the tactical ways that you're going to do that via tactics. So you can say, this is what I'm doing on Facebook, this is what I'm doing.
So yeah, so I was thinking that I was able to do social. So I was hitting my social channel. Now, already, involved in that. I'm thinking that probably it's SEM, so it's the find first was the find. And then I go to the website.
Let's see, so here's where we get a little. So if you say SEM, if we just talked about you're going to strategies to like get more communication, SEM doesn't have anything to do with like communicating with your target.
Yeah, I was just following. I looked at that. And I think I need search engine to get this. I need search engine. I need people in time. I just want. Okay, I know I need that to get it.
So maybe like
what are your goals?
So your other thing is to kind of get people to stay on the site. You want to start to watch more videos, right? You want, and then you ultimately, and you ultimately want them to sign up. So you've got to create some compelling reasons why they're going to sign up. So you're early stage with not a lot of volume of content. Doesn't make a lot of sense to do much via SEM because you don't have enough keywords and content.
So that's we don't have to start setting stuff up. They like kind of get it set up.
That's what setting it
like they're setting up something. So like this is what I've got, hashtag and stuff. So I put up a second one. So I'm still learning how to get there. Edit the video some parts less than so I this just started with the class. I had no chance to class. So it's just stands for weeks. I just watched the slide this stupid graphic. So so what I do is I'm hashtagging in here is you tag all of this. Like there's tags you can add to the videos. You do the video. You can go into Video Manager and add tags. Oh, tagging stuff.
Right, so
tagging
that's
stuff there.
So tagging on YouTube is going to help people that use search on YouTube. Find content, but it's not trying to tagging here. It's not helping decide your web traffic.
Yeah, but the web only drives people to the whole part of the web.
Okay.
That's the whole point is to
But it's not the whole point. So if one of your goals is to have you want
subscriptions. Yes. So I want them to subscribe to my channel. I don't give a shit what the website is.
I
don't even know what to do. But yeah, I want people to subscribe. I have 24 subscribers, which I was all excited because, like, I want to know. had 180
The market, but online and offline, you have to,
But like
somebody
this
has
morning,
to design a
2 days
collateral.
ago, I told you this was 2 weeks ago, I didn't do all subs this week. Because it was just a
On-
this is kind of process, a little bit of Facebook, that's it. So, and so that's what that happened on my Facebook. And I have a Facebook page, but I haven't been able to set it up, so now I'm starting to. So everything is to drive subscriptions to this.
Right, but it's, so it is now, but if you ever wanted to do it.
So I have,
So you're like,
so I set this up too, since we started. So now I have this, drives everything, all that, there's the
but at
YouTube.
some point, and I'm trying to share with you, at some point, will be the opposite, because you can't really find other YouTube channel. So if you ever reach the place where like, you had a high volume of subscribers on YouTube, and you put up social media, and wanted to
Emails was not time.
that would really be. So like right now, like so you all around, like the original question was like, well, what should I be doing for us?
I want to do like.
Right now, it's like,
So I like, that's why I asked you this.
try to answer Tracy, but is, you know, you want to make sure that you set it up right, where it's like,
Yeah.
that it's a meeting, really on the back end, but you try to spend enough time here to go like.
What kind
Well,
of?
you're talking about page, not share.
I'm talking about business, okay? But it's so right now you're just like, want to drive traffic, you want to show this, and group on YouTube. But at some point, that all switches back to this.
Okay, yeah.
You will put like chat,
There's a change like.
other places.
Right now.
Somebody else's content.
You think here, because I see most people stay with YouTube, they get AdWords,
They have
sites
sites
there.
They have sites.
Some do, some only in Facebook pages. Have you noticed some of the really big ones only with Facebook pages?
Most people have, they have. They so we're not doing that is good more than have sites there. So you know, at some point you might have to see one or.
Right, no, what I do, I do some studying some, so I see a bunch, and I knew I needed some, like I planned doing some, I looked into the but I also do see people who are making them just in some bizarre way.
There, they might be contacted by brands to review products.
Right, but they're doing that, and they're making ads all the time.
And they might be doing that. It's also going to be really well at summer on their site. Like, you would never, if you're not going to have these, like, all of your subscribers are going to subscribe, you're not going to know who they are. You don't know who these people are, you can't do any kind of marketing or you can't get them to do, like, if you were gonna, like, you're gonna go sing in an event, like, you can't monetize any of them.
Right, I'm not getting, but so, and you say in a weird way that the YouTube will not to send everything to here. The YouTube is really going to be sending stuff to here, it's just moving.
Yes, you have to figure out, start thinking about how you're gonna close the loop on all your promotions. Like, that's where do you send them to, at what stage of like, your activation, what are you doing, like, what is your goal?
Okay,
That's
so
your long-term goal.
I see, but I do think that the short-term goal of at least start reviews and later post a little back to the website.
That's true.
So I do have the page, and I follow that, and I'm not like dissing you, but I totally get it. Yes, that, but I also, I don't know how people do it, so people have the same, to me, just seems like it's clear. At this in Twitter, in Facebook, come on, I did something, I set up a Facebook just,
Yeah.
like, so I have some stuff.
Well, that, I mean, that is that too. So your goals are really simple, like that, like setting up all the stuff, and knowing how you're gonna do it. It's a bigger picture here, it's like, how are you gonna make all of these things work together? What content are you using to drive it? It's not, if you're sharing the video about operating on the event, then you have to share like, create little memes from the video, like you're using that as a content. So that becomes sort of the content that you're putting out here. You're saying what tactics are you going to use for that? Are you going to pull snippets of just copy? Are you going to make little memes? Like, what else are you doing?
So what about the email that you're talking about? Do you think I should start setting up an email thing?
I think it's not too early. I mean, you set up emails, you do it in connection to knowing that you're going to offer them something. Like, just ask them for somebody's email and not say, like, what
Well, I was offering that, and they would know videos go up,
more like one of the topics, who do they connect to? Why do people need to get this? Like,
that would be more content. I would,
most of them. What is that plan? Like, that's where like, this is kind of going on.
Yeah, so I don't think it's too difficult to see. I mean, if they subscribe, again, they subscribe, it's none of this is out videos. So that's if you want to subscribe to on the page, that's pretty. So
what's your strategy to get more subscriptions? So you could, like, so you say to drive more videos, you gotta increase more communications, you gotta figure out what is that more communication look like, what types of communication, and what, but be more specific, like you're gonna use images, what, like, are you gonna pull, are you gonna talk about how your videos relate to popular topic, like relevant topics in the marketplace, like.
It's all
and it's but when you say it's all super, like, there's nothing sticky that we're hearing yet, so like, you gotta like dig into the details of this. So it's not like, oh, I know I need to communicate more. It's like, how, what, like, what is gonna make it?
What, so this is the content of today. Do you think you parents are embarrassing? Well, what about you?
So you're measuring like what pieces of content drives the most clicks in the video, and you're testing different things. Like, obviously, right now, it's like, you gotta like, you show that you did a video, like, are you trying different memes, are you asking questions, are you having appearances to just make different places, like.
Okay, well, here I'm asking questions, and I did get some because before it was just like,
Yeah.
and now it's like, okay, this is kind of funny, what do you think, check it out. And then but put a call to action on like, do you think are we embarrassing? So I was trying to engage people's reaction. So it's quick, quick thing.
Work is for time reasons, just walk over.
Do you think it's a different thing to slow it down? And what's a good percentage?
I don't know either, because you gotta base it on like, increase it by, increase it 10% week over week, I see it always go up, and kind of do it like that, and go and compare it to like the pilots, that you have. And then, you've got it like years, subscriptions, it's like the strategy, it's like tell people what the benefits are, and what does that look like? Like remind people of the benefits of subscribing.
Okay, so my goal to this video is by 20%. Yes, better. And my strategy is my mind is to increase the targeted impressions to segmentation. So Google AdWords is looking at social media, some sort of growth path and website. It's good to go. They do their event on their very
And so I want to increase demographic. And so in the case of, I guess, that you can so these are actually social media marketing, social recruiting, and then just again, get rid of the engage and subscribe because that we have content marketing and itself so bring it through. I feel like I have to be and also utilizing into, I guess, the efficient stuff and testing, but it's not really I feel like there's some stuff that's I think this partnership is so rated at the top 2 grades, so like there's stuff that all these right, and then after you sold our one strategic partnership, it's fine. Yeah, rather than calling it leveraging and slides that is possible. Second thing right now.
Just like the purchase functionality.
So I don't think that like say goals should be taken out, but
Increase those purchase
stakeholders taking out on the
and
your habits to do that program, like kind of doing the features, what are you doing, talking that, as we're talking about right, you know, marketing plans, they have like extra copies. So I'm doing like kind of doing some features or just having the other so this is one, so yes, so it's a strategy, it's quality, right, and then it's the technical, that's one thing, so the social media is like a strategy. So social media marketing is one tactic. So when I was talking about this, and now our processing, yeah, there's something that's true. We've got to like show them over time back to the grass once farmers to right. Yeah, I go out and do it. Okay, so how are you doing it? So I see. Okay, so this is the whole time. So this is the interview is happening. As okay, and then from there, so collaboration is really important to take some of the right.
It's like rise.
So overall, yes, and so that's why we're also saying that it should be out of regular secondary collaboration. To show that off. So we know those people have that time. But then it's secondary service yes, yes, that's secondary. Like so that's the key. Yeah, and then so this is our main goal to get that, like get it to see that drives actually strategies and it's goal, strategy and marketing to do that just like Mary so it means so you're banking on that. Yeah, it's like that is partnership, distribution, well, so the tactic. Very good. Okay. And then this part is like figure out so right. Yes. One road. Okay, got it. Thank you. So the order always say so happy and then have
Downloads, free chat, flying downloads.
so we're strategies happening.
Yeah.
And another example. Another topic. Whatever the you're listening to, you might try that.
And then you go to customer. Obviously,
Got it.
So there's like this. You know, I think it's like move forward. So market conversion and tactics of social media segmentation. You want to target groups of area, start creating following channel, social validation, and lastly is for the to have same thing. It to be drivers. So all of the others up there, I think switch over to the
It helps me get through.
I think the only place that vendors is having like so often how to assume so it's not just coming from the calls. You could geofence the strategy. I mean, that is the one who's that is not hard. Well, that's something that
It's probably like let them advertise some housing.
Right, it is.
Yeah.
So, the membership is the creates such a high rate of value that it's really they're very digital marketing, like you have to see email marketing. Yeah, this is how we want to do it. This is how we do it. Okay, so people will just now and then how to illustrate like that and targeting the same targeting Facebook and to our listers. Yeah, we're just saying and yeah, so maybe not pretty but it's I don't maybe test that because they're okay.
Thank you.
Right? What's your passion?
Maybe outside of some tactics, like since they're just insane, you should survey what they actually need. So they have going yeah, and what's I would interact.
Sure, that's fine.
Did everybody, did you talk to, okay. I didn't know. Oh, you did, all right. pretty crowded.
Yeah, right.
Set up, go to the landing, but. What is kind of the challenge to have to what do you so that so in you don't have a lot of that, then you're probably not doing like stage stuff. You're actually doing the search guides and then search by. So you have a problem with it. So you're tracing more control. So definitely. So and then once that starts, and if you're at first, you can connect to them. So you know, share that on that's all. And then you're talking about the yeah, tips get go to travel, and then you have to stay yeah, so listen, successful, after they participate. I feel like, what is that? It's the tower, it's probably more than it. Yeah, okay. Yours is the most challenging. Yes. No, look, this is the part of that is buyers is so challenging because there's nobody to search for. Even everything for you, so and if you're not using it, you want to so like normally when you search for something, I'll just go on the web, that's going to get on there, right? If you don't have that, then you don't have the 3 minutes of content, that's how challenging so hard.
No, that's good. I like the creating communities to get out there, but I also use this because I just learned some stuff on the internet. They had some like also I have time to spend on pages a lot on that. So that's I can let over the numbers I was looking up to see what numbers are listing. And they had some other really cool things to do. Yeah, like editing the chat and make sure that I'm sticking over trademarks. Like, but now I just do some up, you know, so, I mean,
There definitely needs to be a sticking factor that makes them want to go, okay, I want to learn this. So, like, you've got all your basic components up. It's like, it's going back to really building this brand, and then building this brand. If you don't have money to advertise, and it's not just crazy, that's not just that up. Like, anybody that does this, it's just fun. It's not like, not just videos, not just videos. There's some people who just sit down and go, you know that, know where your target demographic is, and moms, maybe you're not on Instagram, you're worried about being on all channels, just know where they are, what kind of outfit they need up really quickly. Maybe it's not funny. So sometimes I'm going to go bring it out to videos, but, you know, go like, funny to me, or whatever, share that.
yeah, that's just the
Lots of different types of content. If you're not going to pay to play, then you need bought content. That's all I have to say.
Right.
Okay, so, all right, was that, how was that exercise for you guys? Like, does it help you sort of kind of And I think it's like to help you sort of like manage the details, not just sort of talking like, well, hypothetically, like this is what we want to do, but like just gives you a format to organize. And you actually could use like a slide similar to this in your model project to set the tone of the campaign. So let's keep moving. Okay, so let's get into the budget side of this. So what's the scenario for planning the budget? Like when does it happen that you're going to be planning the budget? There's really only like 3 different times or like scenarios for planning. So startups, you know, obviously you need to have a budget for marketing and startup. In many cases, it's like all in. It's like the biggest expense. There's like a very lean team, and you're just spending as much as 50% of the investment on marketing to like get people to know about what they're doing, right? They're in major awareness stage. And then the second is, so based on key objectives, so budgeting always comes up and we're like, okay, we've got to do this campaign. We want to go after a new target demographic. You know, so we need to put some money aside to like go after this. So it's based on some key activity. And then there's just the annual planning, which most cases in a marketing, as a marketing director, we're really not responsible for. You know, it's coming down from the CEO, but the typical benchmark for, you're smiling. You just get stuck with a budget that you have to work with. The typical budget is 10 to 12% of net revenue. So revenue after costs is typically what marketing budget is. Marketed? Thank you. That's a new word. Is budgeted for marketing after a company has shown revenue. It's produced revenue year after year. So because it's kind of one of these things, like, you know, there's no like reference that I could give you, like, oh, if you're in this industry, you should be spending this much on marketing, and if you're in this industry, it's kind of one of these things that you just have to back into with what you know. And normally in budgeting, what you know is based on what the team wants. So like, who are you dealing with, and you know what do you have to manage towards. So you'll get in conversations as a as a marketing person, like, well, how much money do we need to do this? It's like, well, you got to tell me what you want to achieve here. Like, you know, is it this much revenue or this much growth? And then we can back into it that way. But something has to be the thing that sort of sets the ball going. And understanding this, like, this is the big part. So from a like a consulting standpoint, this is like kind of, you can't go any further until we have this conversation in many cases, you know, before we're putting a proposal together. And it's very much a case of not just understanding what the budget is, but agreeing to what it is. There's a big difference between understanding what people are kind of wanting and agreeing to it. Did anybody want to like explain that back to me, why that's so important? Like, I can like, Jacqueline could be my client, and she could nod her head, like I could tell her, oh, these are the things that we're going to do. We're going to have, this is what we're going to do in, to attract customers to the site. This is what we're going to do to activate them. Like, we could go through all these stages, and I could say, oh, it's going to cost about this much. She could be nodding her head that she understands. But until I say something like, okay, do you agree that it's going to cost $50,000 to do that? Like, we might not be on the same page. So, you know, whoever you're working with, like, before you move forward on like what's being spent, like, there should be a conversation that's like, do we agree that this is how much money we need to spend to achieve that goal? It's a big deal. If not, expectations are going to be like, there's going to be some unfavorable. There's going to be some people not happy with the expectation. There's going to be unclear expectations. So, so we back in with like whatever we have, but then there's this also. Well,
I just want to comment on that slide and get your thoughts on.
Okay.
What if this, you kind of create that budget, right? And how big does the budget need to be, whatever, right? That's what the CEO says multiple times, right?
How much do you want?
Exactly. You tell me.
Mr. Mini Bags.
You're the professional here. You're the marketer. You tell me how much it should be, right? And then we're like, the answer depends, right? What do you want?
Yeah.
But he still reverts back to what you tell me, right? And then, so that it's like he doesn't want to take accountability for the budget. In other words, it's what I see or what I hear. you need to take account for what you want to spend, and you can't put it all on me. We have to come to a conclusion together. So how do we manage that relationship with a client of yours that just tries to kick it back to you and say, you're solely responsible for this?
I mean, we talk it out until we agree. It's like, I mean, you've gotta find some sort of agreement, and maybe the agreement is, so maybe you go back to him and go, okay, because he's like kind of acting like he has as much money as you need, but you have to be accountable to it. So then you go, okay, great. If you have this much money, just give me a third of that. I'm going to do a lot of testing, and then we'll come back and have this conversation again. Don't take it all. Just go, great. It's good that you have this money, but since you're not sure what the real goals are, let me actually do some testing. Let me show you like what opportunities there are to like get new, to get new subscribers, new drivers, whatever in your case. Use all the different tactics that we could possibly use. I'm going to manage these 6 for however long, for a period of time, and then we're going to have this conversation again. So, because you need to know what's achievable. Like, you can say, like, hey, these are the things that I kind of want to do, and I feel really good about them, but until I'm out doing them, because you're not the target demographic for the driver, right? Like, that person, you don't share the same sort of things. You can't say that you walk in his shoes, so you have to learn about them. And then you can go back to him and go, okay, now this is what I'm gonna do. And you can, after you've run some tests, you could take that accountability on. It's like, look, I'm just going based on this. Like, I'm not, it's not my opinion at this point. It's based on these numbers. But I guess to deal with someone like that, I just wouldn't take all of this money. I'd just go, okay, well, we're gonna have to start, since you're not sure, and we're not, since you're not sure what you want to measure against or what's really important here, then I'm going to do what I think is best, but I'm going to check in with you. I'm going to kind of create some small check-ins with you, and then we will decide together how we move forward. Do you think, I know if you're dealing with someone very difficult, do you think that would be?
What it would come down to is time.
Uh-huh.
I feel like time. Oh, we're talking about 1 month. I don't have an appetite for longer than a couple weeks.
He does not.
He does not have an appetite. So then,
and that's just not, I mean, it's not realistic. I mean, it's just not realistic that, like, it's kind of like the old mentality of, like, someone buys a $15,000 billboard, from their ad guy, and then they're calling them the next day going, the billboard's up, nobody's walked through the store today. What the hell? You suck. Like, there's just so many variables in that mix. Like, you can't be held accountable for the behavior of unknown people that you don't know. Even if you knew them, we can't control another person's behavior. And I don't know how you can say this to this person. It's like, look, I'm good at what I do, and I can make certain educated guesses, but so you know that, like, I'm not, I'm going to be conservative. You want me to be conservative. That's the kind of the side that we're coming up. Like, if you, I know what I know, but I can't be 100% until we have some kind of testing. So do you want me to go conservative with that testing, or do you want me to spend a little bit more in that time? And then we'll come back and go, you and I both have the same data. Let's make a decision together what we're going to do. You always can kind of recommend, but ultimately, he should be signing off on stuff.
Right, and that's the problem. You go back and show.
Yeah.
I text them analytics that iPhone apps, when I show you downloads or usage or geographics. But here's your marketing spend. Here's what happened right after marketing spend. Because the analysis is fairly quick. It's later in the day. So there's a direct correlation now. Do you have an appetite for that spending? And they'll say, well, you're a professional.
And there should be some, in your case too, there should be some, like, you should have access to numbers by now about how long it takes for someone to, like, sign up, or what happens, like, if and I'm just thinking from the driver's side, if a driver doesn't, like, have, like, his first 3 rides, like, do you lose him forever? Like, is he likely to disrupt the network? Like, you have some things there that, like, you could show him that it's like, look, we gotta, like, change that. That's a great place. Like, we know that they're doing something, but we gotta do some things to kind of encourage them to stay on, and, like, I don't know, like, you have stuff that you can. Oh, and why I was saying this, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Is, like, you need to be able to show him everything takes time. Even our best strategy took some time to get there.
And the conversation that we had last time about budget, is calling you, so we did it on, is I told them, I don't think you have an appetite for the spend that you need to capture users and have them be users. At the end of the day, the cost of acquisition is too high for you.
Yeah.
So maybe this is not the space you need to be playing.
Yeah,
Because
that's a
you're-
good conversation.
And so you need to understand that this is a business
Yeah.
question more than a marketing question. If you make a business decision, that's not really.
Does he, and like, you gotta keep in mind, is there anything that he, don't answer this, but like answer it to me like later and think about it. Is there anything that you guys have done together or you've done with them that he considers that worked?
He knows what works, it's just the cost of acquisition is high, right? So just, at first, the cost of acquiring a customer, it's low.
Yeah.
But as you go on, the funnel gets smaller and smaller and smaller, so
Yeah.
that cost to reach that customer increases. Or to have repeat rate increases, and he doesn't have an appetite. He's like, no, you showed me this in the beginning, I want that same number now. And so it's just like, well, you kind of got all the low-hanging fruit, now we're going for that. And so it's just, anyways.
You're like, thank you, I'm still frustrated. Sorry.
I think a lot of people get it though. I was working for this guy doing social media and we didn't do a spend. We
Yeah.
knew we needed to spend on Facebook. So we went behind his back and we did it anyway. Like for like $100. And it doubled the number, I mean, we didn't have a lot, we just started. But like, okay, right there in 1 week, he's like, I don't see how this works. Like we doubled the number of Facebook, now we're just trying to get brand awareness, nobody's heard of it. And it, it would take time for it to translate into the Google Analytics stuff.
Right, and then do you see, and then